All right. So yeah, today we need to start with our day two, that's setup and configuration. And we
Mm.
will try to cover all the major configs and setups that you need to do before the NetSuite account is ready for your transaction processing. So consider yourself as a functional consultant. You get a new client and you need to set up a NetSuite account. So what are the key setups that you
Yes.
need to do? We will try to cover that in our today's session. And
Mm-hmm.
even when we as a consultant go on our clients, these are certain setups that we need to perform for them to be able to use the NetSuite account. So
Yes.
first things first is the setup of company information. So whenever you get a new NetSuite account, you need to set up the company information. And I also believe, Shivraj, you mentioned you have worked on NetSuite, right?
Currently working on Netsuite.
Right. And which modules? If you could just recap that.
No, I'm into account receivables. So as an end user.
Okay, right. Accounts receivable. All right, all right. Yeah, I remember, you were doing some hands-on end user on NetSuite, but I was not sure about the module. But okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see how to set up a company information. So we'll jump into
Okay.
NetSuite, and the navigation is setup, company, and company information.
Okay. Yeah.
And this is a page that will open up for you. Here you will enter
Mm-hmm.
all your company name, legal name, if you have any company logos, PDFs, or
Mm-hmm.
JPEG images, anything that you want to print on your PDF forms. I'm sure you have seen your invoices and sales orders where you would have a logo attached. Okay, so here you upload your company logos, and then you here. Okay, so one thing to note, like this is kind of a guiding rule for you, is that whenever you see a steric mark on any of the forms, it means that this is a mandatory field. Okay, so you cannot
Right.
save this page without entering this information. So here you will notice a
Correct.
lot of fields are non-mandatory, meaning that you can skip them out. Like if it's not relevant to you, just keep it blank, and you can move forward. But mandatory are the ones that you need to set before you can move forward. So company name and
Mm-hmm.
anything that you put here in the company name, you will notice that you will see it in the top right corner as well. So UAE
Right.
Exchange Custom Admin, this is coming right away from this company name. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever you need to have your NetSuite account name as well, this is where you will put all those information. Uh,
Yes.
Okay, and here you will provide the state, province, company, all those stuff, very regular stuff, time zone, your first fiscal month. So whenever you're trying to save your company information, you also need to provide your first fiscal month of the year as well. And here you can
Okay.
also enter your addresses. Now, again, these are the addresses that would automatically, pull up on all your PDF forms as well for your printing purposes. So this is where you can enter
Okay.
the address information, and this is what is
Mm-hmm.
going to be used on your PDFs. All right. And one
Okay.
more important thing that you should know as a consultant, maybe not as an end user, is that on this page you
Mm-hmm.
can also find your account ID. So this is basically your NetSuite account ID that NetSuite gives you for this particular NetSuite account. And whenever you are raising a ticket or a case with NetSuite for any issue or any question, this account ID is also very important in that particular case. So you should be aware that this is where you can find it, or maybe it's a very good interview question for you as well later down the line related to NetSuite. Where can you find the account ID? So it's in the company information.
Yeah. It means like by using this NetSuite account ID, so there is any issue. So if you are going to give the NetSuite account ID, so by using this
Yeah.
ID, they will get resolve the issues.
Exactly, exactly. And also, it's very important from
So.
implementation perspective that whenever you need to install any new bundles on a new account, you also need to provide
Mm-hmm.
NetSuite account ID. So this account
Mm-hmm.
ID is important. And if you see my URL, you will notice that this account ID is also in my URL as
Correct.
well.
I saw that. Yeah.
So I mean, uh,
291. So it is similar to the URL. Yes.
yeah, exactly. So it's part of the URL as well, but typically when you go for certifications, preparation, it's a very good certification question as well. So like for Suite Foundation, you might get a question like, where can I find my account ID in NetSuite? So it's in the company information.
So,
So company information is the first page that you need to fill into NetSuite whenever you get a fresh NetSuite account. And this is basically usually a group level information that you have to provide here. So let's say you're working for an organization that has multiple companies or legal entities in the NetSuite. So in that case,
mhm,
company information page would reflect the group level information. So let's take an example of Tata. So Tata has multiple subsidiaries,
mhm.
right? Tata Salt, Tata
Yes.
Motors, Tata Energy. So these are different legal entities. So in that case, where you have so
Mhm.
many legal entities, what will you put in the company information? So in the company information, at that
Yes.
point, you will put Tata Group. So this is a Tata Group NetSuite
Okay.
account. And within that, you can create multiple subsidiaries or legal entities, which is something that I'm going to show you in like a few minutes. So just
Yes.
FYI.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh, and one more, there is a OSS applies. So does it mean that their boxes is there, no?
This
Three
OSS
RT5. Yeah,
applies?
those things. Check this box.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah. Okay. So now one more thing. Again, very good question. So whenever you're not sure about any particular field or any particular checkbox, always click on it. When you click on it, it
mhm,
will give you the help. So check this box if the one-stop shop VAT scheme applies to this subsidiary. So if you're working,
mhm,
in a European country and you need to have this one-stop shop requirement for your VAT requirements for any particular subsidiary,
mhm.
you just need to mark this. So this is primarily, focused on the European region for their tax reporting purpose. So it may not apply for any American organization.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, always,
Okay.
always click on it. Like, if you're not sure about what is a first fiscal month, click on it. And it's going to tell you,
Yes.
select the first month of your fiscal year. So this is again, very, very cool feature about NetSuite that if any point in time you're not sure, just click on the heading and it will let you know, what it does. And this is again, tips and tricks that we also usually follow. So most of the time we might also not know what a particular field would do. So we would typically,
Mhm.
just click on the help and read it. And one more thing that you can also
Yeah.
do is click on the help. So at the top
Correct.
here,
Yeah.
you have the NetSuite Help Center. So at any page, if you're not sure about something, just click on the Help Center and you would get all these details available over here. So, here also you can see what is
Mhm.
OSS. So if you are,
Yes.
EU member state, then you have to provide this OSS. So again, really helpful in learning NetSuite on your own as well.
Correct. Yeah. Correct.
Okay, so always read the help center, and this is again a very good recommendation from my side is always read the help center for your certification preparation as well, because if you
Mhm.
won't, this you might not be able to pass the certifications. This is really crucial. So
Correct. Yeah.
on any NetSuite page, always click on Help Center, read the help, everything, and this is going to be really helpful for you in understanding each of the fields, each of the functionality, and this is basically self-learning. So
Yes.
as you are also aware that NetSuite at every 6 months brings new functionalities, new enhancement. So as a functional consultant, you need to keep update your knowledge, and this is how we also learn NetSuite down the line. So again,
Okay.
as a functional consultant, if you're looking yourself as a functional consultant, this is again a secret of success for you. So
Yes. Yeah.